Welcome back to another NCUT movie review, and today we have Final Destination Bloodlines. I completely disagree with 92% rated by Rotten Tomatoes with this film. To give this a 92% should be made illegal. It should be illegal. We can all collectively agree that number 3 is the best by far. And they gave that a 44%, an unjust 44%, thank you very much. I want them in jail. Put Rotten Tomatoes in jail right now. As always, I have to give you a little bit of overview on what's going on, otherwise you're gonna think, why is this idiot ranting? I get passionate, okay? That's the problem. So let me just jump into what you need to know. After 14 years, we are back with Final Destination. And this time we get a glimpse of why you probably shouldn't have a family if death is chasing you. A girl by the name of Stephanie has a reoccurring nightmare that plagues her so badly that she needs to find the only woman who can stop it. That's right, it's her grandmother. That's the entire plot. That's basically it. And then we jump into all the Final Destination shit where the montages kick off, all the deaths happen. That is it. That's it. Everything you need to know. Now back to what I was saying about this unjust rating. Although the film isn't bad, it's definitely not a 92%. We can reserve that for the best horror films of all time, right? Like your Friday the 13th, your Halloweens, something like this, okay? Even like Get Out. I know Get Out's considered like super high on their list. It's like 98 or something, I remember. They rated this the same as Cabin in the Woods. Now, Cabin in the Woods and this Bloodlines isn't bad. They're not horrible movies. They're not 92%. That's a stretch. We can agree that that's a stretch. I think the person who rated this must have been feeling a lot of nostalgia and excitement for just it being back. And I completely understand that because I'm excited. I grew up on these films. I loved all of them, okay? And I even went back and rewatched every single one of them just to make sure that I wasn't out of my fucking mind thinking that Bloodlines was 92%. I was missing something through the earlier iterations of this too. I thought number 1 in terms of how it looked, everyone acting in it, the storyline, it was a new concept. I enjoyed all of that about the first one. Then the third one came out. And I remember rewatching the third one constantly. I think having that rewatch value is what puts it so high on my list as well. Number 3 being the best, not only the roller coaster scene, but just the way that everyone was so stupid in the film is what I liked about it. Now, I'm going to contradict myself almost immediately right now and say that the acting in this film was deplorable, but that was because I didn't give a shit. No one's coming to watch Final Destination for the acting. I completely get that. It's for the death montages and that's it. And I actually don't even know how you can kind of rate this because it's on its own scale. What can you compare Final Destination to? Is there anything? There's quite literally nothing else you can compare Final Destination to. It's all about experiences when you watch films. I didn't watch this in the movies. I'm gonna be honest. I may have pirated it, okay? I may have pirated it, allegedly. For anyone who's actually watching, like, if anyone who owns the rights to the movie, I'm talking about the ones in the Caribbean.
I said no lies.
I think he's telling the truth.
Unless, of course, he knew you wouldn't believe the truth, even if he told it to you.
When I was watching it, the opening scene, as always, is a massive death montage of what is going to happen. And then the screen shrinks like what happens in like Willy Wonka, right? When he shrinks the kid and he pulls him out of the screen, right? So I was watching it like this, and it just completely changes into a bar, into like a rectangle. I have the vision of Scott Summers. That's what I'm watching it through. It was ridiculous. The other problem as well was that money was legitimately raining down on the screen. Can you believe that? Now that probably added a little bit to the experience if I'm being completely honest with you. I would love money raining down on a movie. I felt like a stripper for once. Other than that, the whole movie was kind of shot in like this really dingy, dark area. For some reason, it was like they were being banished to the fucking shadow realm and everything behind them was pitch black. I thought I was watching Riddick. It made no sense of why it was going so dark. So I think half of the reason maybe why I'm rating this so low, not when I say low, that's not like 20%, but I'm just saying how low it is on my scale is because of the experience of watching the film. But the CGI for some of these deaths, I thought was actually fucking impeccable. That's probably why it was rated 92, purely for the death scenes. They were great. The MRI scene specifically, if you've seen it, you know what I'm talking about. Wait for that scene because that is intense. And the best thing about these films too is that you can pick what's going to happen. They show you a little bit prior to what might unfold later. And I just thought the entire film, I'm picking what's happening. This is what's going to happen. This is what's going to happen. Now, the one twist I didn't was with the guy who's giving himself a tattoo because he has some affinity towards his father. I don't know, it seems a bit incestual to me, but you know, it's 2025. Can we really complain about anything anymore? He then burns the fucking place down. And then it somehow survives it. I've never seen that in a Final Destination before. I can't really even remember one. Thinking about Final Destination now, one of them that really traumatized me as a kid was the pool scene where the guy jumps in and he's holding on for dear life, just getting his back blown out by the suction cup. I did not go into a public pool since. I'm not even lying to you. That's not hyperbole. Legitimately have not been in a public pool since, because it scared me so much as a kid. And I'm sure it's happened to you as well. Not just me. I'm the pool scene. You guys might be behind a log truck. Good luck ever not thinking of Final Destination when you are literally sitting behind a log truck on a freeway. Or maybe you're someone who has laser eye surgery and one of the beams goes through your retina all the way to the back of your skull. Or maybe you're someone who's a gym junkie and as you're pulling the weight, all of a sudden the thing claps on your head. There is so many things to think about in Final Destination. They've pioneered just living life and being scared of living, because you never know when death's coming for you. And I might as well just touch on the other things here. When we talk about films, we usually talk about either cinematography, you talk about the acting. The acting is mid. It's necessary for certain scenes. The cinematography, I mean, it's like any other Final Destination. It snaps from scene to scene to scene and shows exactly what you need to know. And then if you're talking about the storyline, don't follow too intently on the storyline, because it doesn't really make a lot of sense, okay? They're not supposed to be there. So kill them off. It's just about how creative the deaths can be. And number one, to people who deserve it. And number two, shouldn't be around. I guess the whole point of it was to just show you where it came from, where it iterated from. And that was like what we got now. So like Bloodlines goes prior to the first Final Destination, and then it skips all the way, I think, to the last end of it, or maybe, yeah, it would skip to the last end of it. So it's on the first scale and the last scale as well, number 1 and 6. Anyway, guys, as we always do, we give these a rating. I'm the only one here. And as always, we end these reviews with a rating, and I'm gonna rate this a 92%. I think I'm going to rate this as 76%. It was okay in terms of the entirety of the movie. The experience for me was not, obviously you're not going to get as great of an experience as I did. Mine was literally 100% perfect. So unfortunately, you don't get money raining down on your screen either. But I think that a lot of the deaths alone could be rated that high if it's 90%, but you have to take in the other stuff when you're watching a film, and they have to put it in there, unfortunately, which is why it's not as high. But 92, come on. I just don't think 92 is anywhere near what it should be. It's good. It's an overall good film. I just don't get where they're getting 92 from. I can't comprehend it in my small ape brain. I just don't get it. If you guys want to go check out any other reviews that we've done, I mean, we have a massive catalog you can go and see. You can go check those out. Anyway, guys, it's been another NCUT movie review. Peace. I'm out. And cut. Like I did there, that's lines.